make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up.
Welcome back to another episode of Lone Star College Football. It's Wednesday night. We're a little late. Maybe that's because I was lazy yesterday. Maybe that's because Logan doesn't want to really talk about this game. Maybe it's a little bit of both.
I think it's mainly you, but
It is mainly me. But if I was in Logan's shoes, I wouldn't want to talk about this game. So everybody give Logan a GG's in the chat for showing up to this episode.
I appreciate it.
I want your first. You're going to talk first. Initial response. What'd you see?
Same thing I've seen all year. Our offense is trash. Play calling is trash. Offensive line couldn't hold anybody at all, not even a little bit. Run game was garbage. Our leading rusher was our third string quarterback who played the last drive of the game.
Two drives. He did have two because he had 100 passing yards, so he had to have played more than one drive.
That was all in one. That's all that was.
124 yards in that drive. Wow.
Red zone offense is trash. Y'all gave us the ball in the red zone multiple times, and we couldn't score a touchdown.
To be fair, our red zone defense is pretty good.
It shouldn't matter. As many times as we touched the red zone, we should have at least scored one touchdown. At least. But we couldn't do that. Defense actually played better than I thought. What are you doing, dog? Our defense actually held y'all to less points than what I thought they were going to.
That's because the special team there is on our end, not because your defense.
Exactly.
We missed a field goal, muffed two punts. We should have beat y'all 56-3.
No. We still would have kicked two field goals.
No, because we didn't muff those punts, you wouldn't have never got down there for the second field goal.
Our offense drove down there at least once.
Yeah. When y'all kicked y'all's first field goal.
Exactly. We could have done it again.
Mind you, RJ Martinez, the very last drive of the game. Y'all, hey, Dave Aranda, kudos to you going for the touchdown because y'all could have kicked a field goal and got 9 points.
Still couldn't get the touchdown.
Yeah.
Goodness. I mean,
initial thought on my
end. Goes to show that y'all's defense is the best in the country at the moment.
Efficiently, yes, but not. I wouldn't say the best. Sawyer Robertson actually had a better game than I was expecting. 20 of 35 isn't great. It's not terrible. I feel like we've seen him play worse
for the first time.
Exactly. We've seen worse out of him. And I was hoping for worse in this game. I am upset RJ Martinez came in. He finished at 50% for 100 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. But he led your team in rushing. Y'all had 60 total yards. He had 22 of them. That's over a third. And it's frustrating because if you think about it, our run D was holding y'all under 50, really under 40. He came in, we didn't game plan for him, so he was able to move a little bit more. Honestly, I appreciate that, though. Good look, G. It gave us a little bit of warm-up. We got our mobile quarterback this week, so basically RJ Martinez came in, played a little scout team mode for our defense. It's going to work out for us. Good look, G. Monterey Baldwin can't catch. Now, he caught the D ball, but I think there's at least two of them, it seemed like that. Hit him right in the hands, dropped it.
That's been the story this year for Monterey. The rest of the team, we just can't get the ball to them. And if we do, there's a defender right there.
Yep. Especially the offense. Man, I was really hopeful y'all's offensive line was going to be okay this year. I know y'all lost a lot, but y'all got in the transfer portal. At least the two guys from BYU. Did y'all get more than just them from the portal?
No, we just got the Barrington brothers as far as O-line.
Even with
starter-wise.
I was thinking y'all's O-line was going to be okay. And I know y'all did pretty good against Long Island running the ball. I don't recall necessarily against Utah or Texas State. But Richard Reese, and we talk about him, guys. I know if y'all are watching all these post games, we're talking about him every week. He touched the ball 3 times. And I was actually listening, and I know this is going to shock all you Baylor fans. I, the Longhorn fan, was listening to Locked On Baylor today.
I haven't
And he
done
was
that in a while.
talking about the running game and what is going on with Richard Reese from winning. Was he Big 12 freshman of the year?
Yep.
A freshman season a true freshman season where you have like 14 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards rushing. I don't know what he ever was in the receiving game, but as a running back in year one, you're like, hey, this dude's gonna shine. By the time he's a junior, like watch out for the Heisman. At least Doak Walker. Me and Logan both thought he could win Doak Walker this year. It'd be either him or he'd at least be among the ranks of Blake Corum. Yeah, dude, it's pitiful. I mean, that's all I can say. It is pitiful, and I hate that for him. But it's trash.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I look at would be that we have one returning starter from the offensive line that we've had the past 2 years. So that's going to play a role. I mean, these guys don't know exactly the scheme, I would assume is the best way to put it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, 3 carries for somebody that carried the whole team last year.
Y'all's offensive line last year wasn't great. It was
Well, no,
good.
it wasn't
It was
great.
It was a decent
but it was good enough for Richard Reese to win Big 12 Freshman of the Year behind him.
Exactly. Like Bijan, and I know they're very different, but Bijan's first year running as a freshman with Tom Herman, he was showing that he can do this stuff, but our offensive line was terrible. But he was making moves. Our offensive line was trash that first year of Bijan. I think Keontae Ingram was our starting running back. But y'all's offensive line doesn't seem like it's trash. It just seems like none of the running backs, Dominic Richardson, we've talked about it a little bit. He's really good at delivering the hit, and he's able to fight for some extra yards that I think makes his statistics look a little bit better than they really are. I say that, but no, he's earning those yards, so they're fair. But it just seems like Richard Reese doesn't have what we thought he had, the ability to make something out of what seems to be nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the one guy that we returned is he's an interior line, and anybody that's watched Baylor the past couple of years knows that they want to run the wide zone and try to get outside of the tackles. And we have at least one freshman at tackle. I want to say he's the right tackle. Excuse me. So, I mean, it's hard for Richard Reese, who is a speed back more than anything, to get outside of the tackles and bust one off. It doesn't help that our receivers aren't good at run blocking either.
Right.
I mean, Keytron's made steps, but everybody else is kind of, here you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about Keytron for a minute. Thus far in the season, 13 receptions, 223 yards. In this game, he had 3 for 55. Does he have a touchdown on the season?
I don't think so.
No. So only person with a receiving touchdown is Drake Dabney.
Yep.
Which, mind you, we expect the receiving game to pick up when Blake Shapen comes back, because Blake Shapen against Texas State was looking like he had actually made some strides in the offseason. I mean, he was 21 of 31 for 303 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And that's with somebody in his face every single snap.
Right. Now, the injury that he had, it's a knee injury. If y'all's offensive line isn't able to step it up, you hate to say it, but the fact a re-injury is possible, I don't know. This is really turning into more just like an examination of Baylor's team than a post-game show. But Blake Shapen, if he had played for y'all's offense would have definitely moved more.
Yeah.
But even then, with as bad as y'all's offense was, your defense was worse.
Yeah,
Let's move on to that side of the ball. Quinn Ewers, 18 of 23, 293 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Xavier Worthy, 1 for 1 for a 35-yard pass. Jonathan Brooks, 18 carries, 106 yards. That's 5.9 a pop, 2 touchdowns. Broke one off for 40. Quinn Ewers broke a run off for 29 and a touchdown. Y'all's running defense is trash. 170-ish points or yards per game given up on the ground. That's going to have to get turned around. Y'all did not cover the tight end, which is actually kind of ironic considering right now y'all's best player scoring touchdown-wise on y'all's team is the tight end. You would think your defense would pay more attention to tight ends.
Especially whenever he's top 2 tight end in the nation.
Especially then. Y'all did, and I'll give you credit because all offseason I said 2 things, and I was half and half. I said, y'all will not stop us from running the ball. And I said that your defensive backs are not going to stop Xavier Worthy and A.D. Mitchell from having a big game. Turns out, I guess y'all just double team both of them and left Sanders open. I guess that was the game plan.
Probably what it was.
Xavier Worthy, 3 for 31. He did score a touchdown. A.D. Mitchell, 3 for 46. No touchdowns. Jay Witt, 2 for 19. Other than that, it's Gunnar Helm and Jonte. Jonte actually had the biggest play of the game for us with a 51-yard. He burned him.
Yeah.
Quinn underthrew it. If he had threw it 2 more yards forward, I think it's a catch on the run touchdown. Man, kudos. Player of the game for Baylor is the son of Grimes. Jeff Grimes, Brent Grimes, what's his name? Jeff Grimes. Yeah, his son, the long snapper, recovered 2 fumbles on back-to-back punts. Player of the game for Baylor, for sure.
That's so sad.
If I was Dave Aranda, the rest of the team is running except for Grimes. You could stand there and watch him.
He showed hustle for sure.
Yeah.
I will say we are missing 2 defensive tackles. One of them's been pretty good this year so far. That's Trey Emery. He was out. I'm not exactly sure what happened to him. Jarrell Boykins, who's big body transfer that we got, he got hurt pretty early in the Texas State game. So he's him, Tevin Williams, Reggie Bush at safety. Tevin Williams is a corner. And Dom and Blake should all be 100% to go this week against UCF. So we were missing them as far as, well, Dom played a little bit, but I don't think they wanted to risk re-injuring anything. So hopefully our interior D-line will look better. Trey Emery is a true freshman. Don't know exactly how much he would have helped as far as going against y'all's offensive line.
I mean, he's 303 pounds. So if anything, he can plug a hole.
That would have helped a little bit, but at the same time, whenever we have people like Bryson Jackson just kind of watching somebody fight for extra yards and then get thrown like 5 yards down the field, like it's pitiful. Something's got to give at this point, and apparently it's our defense every game. Like something has to change.
Which the team y'all are playing, wow. UCF, and I don't want to get into the pregame too much, but UCF is averaging 260 yards rushing a game. And y'all are giving up 171.3. I see now why the spread is 12.5 because they're going to run the ball, and if Blake isn't back, his offense isn't going to score. It's going to be a relatively short game, but man, there's really not too much to talk about in this game. Texas, we did what we needed to do. We handled business. We got out of it injury-free. Malik came in and played the last drive, I think 2 drives of the game. Baylor, Dave Aranda lives to fight another week, hopefully. Now that y'all already lost to Texas, hey, I'm rooting for y'all again.
He's not getting tired. He's not. Mac Rhodes came out and said in an interview that he still has trust in Dave Aranda.
Well, what else is he going to say, Logan?
Screw that guy. Get out of here. We're going to go get Mel Tucker from Michigan State.
Yeah. He'd fit right in. You're right. He's probably not going to get fired, but hopefully Blake Shapen can come back. hopefully Randolph, is he coming back? He didn't play in this game, did he? So hopefully he'll be back. It seemed, I will say, Dominic Richardson was still on a pitch count last week because he only got 6 carries and he's the starter. So hopefully he's healthy. The whole
Might
team
be
comes
Dawson
back.
at this point.
Y'all need to have some players only meetings or a what's his name? The defensive line coach for Texas. I'm blanking on this. Where he gets on the bus and he's yelling at him saying, "Hey, some of y'all need to hit the transfer portal because this ain't a joke. Y'all need to have
Mhm.
something. Something's going to have to happen because somewhere along the line, Dave Aranda seems to
The
have
only
lost.
person that's going to do that would be Matt Pallage. I guarantee you. Jeff Grimes is too old, doesn't care, as you can tell by his offensive play calling on third down or second and short. Dave Aranda is not that kind of guy, sadly.
No, Dave Aranda.
That's the kind of coach that gets me like going and ready to play. It's somebody that'll tell you how it is and pretty much pull your head out of your butt. I mean,
No, Dave Aranda is the coach where the players will be complaining and Dave will say, well, I appreciate that. And then go on to give a not real answer, not real solution. He appreciates everything. Apparently not winning too much. I don't know if he takes much value in that.
he
What
won a
is he?
national
21 and
championship. He doesn't
19?
care anymore.
21 and 19
Yep.
as y'all's coach now after having a season where he was 12 and 2.
He's got a winning record. That's all that matters, man.
Yeah, for 2 more weeks. Y'all can legit. That's not the topic. All right. You got anything else to add to this game, man?
Sick 'em. You're not gonna see me changing my who I root for. Now that we already lost, I gotta hear Christian for the next 65 years plus.
Only when you're talking trash, which
That's
is
fine. That's
most
fine
of the
because
time.
I'm gonna be rooting for y'all for those next 65 years. So
Hey, I'm rooting for Baylor. All right, what Texas will be gone. Baylor's my number 1 Big 12 team.
for now,
All I need is y'all to beat TCU every year and Oklahoma State every year, Tech every year, and we'll be happy. So, with that being said, if y'all made it to the end of this video, especially if you're a Baylor fan, we appreciate you staying tuned. Make sure y'all are liking the videos, leaving comments, and subscribing to the channel if you want more pregame and post-game shows. With that being said, appreciate y'all riding with us. Until next time. Welcome.
Sir.